The story begins one stormy night with a prologue aboard a small riverboat deep in the jungle. A lone poacher, Mateo, is shown desperately calling for help over his radio, trying to warn someone that something enormous is attacking his boat. The walls of his cabin shake violently. Realizing escape is hopeless, Mateo climbs up a mast and, in a desperate act, shoots himself in the head rather than be devoured. The next day, a riverboat named the Michaela is traveling upriver. A team of filmmakers from Los Angeles is on board, heading into the Amazon to shoot a documentary about an elusive native tribe known as the Shirashamas, a people supposedly untouched by modern civilization. The crew is led by Terry Flores, an ambitious and determined documentary director. Terry is resourceful, cool-headed, and passionate about capturing authentic footage. She's joined by Danny Rich, her cameraman and loyal friend, street smart, funny, and skeptical of the jungle mystique. Their producer is Denise Kalberg, a young and somewhat naive woman in charge of logistics and finances, who's also romantically involved with Gary Dixon, the crew's sound engineer and general handyman. Also aboard is Dr. Stephen Kale, a professional anthropologist who has studied the Amazon tribes for years and is responsible for leading them safely through the river's complex network of channels. The rest of the team includes Warren Westridge, a refined British narrator and actor who will provide the voiceover for the documentary, and Mateo, the local boat captain they have hired to navigate the dangerous waters. As night falls, a sudden rainstorm erupts, and the group encounters a small boat adrift near the riverbank. On board is a man calling for help. The crew pulls alongside and rescues him. The man introduces himself as Paul Cerrone, a Paraguayan snake hunter and former priest. He's rugged, muscular, with sharp, unsettling eyes and a thick accent. He claims his boat engine failed and thanks them for rescuing him. Cerrone quickly ingratiates himself with the group, though his demeanor makes everyone uneasy. He says he used to live among Amazon tribes and knows the area better than anyone. When he hears about their search for the Shirashamas, he grows visibly interested and insists he can help them find the tribe. Dr. Kale, polite but wary, declines his help, preferring to stay on course with his own map. The camera pans down into the water, where a gigantic, dark shape slithers through the depths, the legendary Anaconda. The next day, as they continue upriver, Cerrone's aggressive and controlling personality begins to emerge. He orders the crew to navigate through different channels and lectures them about the jungle's dangers. Westridge finds him rude and crude, while Terry senses something predatory beneath his calm smile. Danny jokes about Cerrone's obsession with snakes, but Cerrone insists giant anacondas truly exist, and that he has seen one.
Wild boar.
A large wasp suddenly flies into Dr. Kale's mouth. He chokes and collapses, his throat swelling rapidly. Cerrone leaps into action, performing a makeshift tracheotomy using a knife and a ballpoint pen to keep Kale breathing. With their leader incapacitated, the crew reluctantly accepts Cerrone's offer to navigate the river until Kale recovers. Unbeknownst to them, Cerrone's heroics were calculated. The wasp incident was staged. He had released the insect to incapacitate Kale and take control of the expedition for his own purposes. Cerrone begins directing the boat into remote, dangerous waters, claiming he knows a faster route to the Shirashamas.
Well, you gotta be kidding me. That thing must be there for a reason.
I can blow in 10 minutes.
Terry?
Babies. All of them babies.
What about the fuel? There's only one drum left.
They soon come across an old wrecked boat, the same one from the opening scene. Cerrone insists they salvage fuel and supplies. While exploring the derelict vessel, Gary and Cerrone discover boxes of snake hunting equipment, hooks, nets, tranquilizer darts, and heavy chains. Danny and Terry realize this was a poacher's ship. The atmosphere grows tense. The crew begins to suspect Cerrone's true intentions. While rummaging through the wreck, a massive anaconda strikes from underwater, attacking Mateo. The snake coils around him, crushing his ribs and snapping his bones with terrifying force before swallowing him whole. The others hear Mateo's screams and rush to the deck, but by the time they arrive, the water is calm again. Mateo is gone. Cerrone stares grimly into the river, muttering that the snake has a taste for people now. Terrified by the attack and without their captain, the crew decides to turn back. Cerrone, however, insists they press forward. He claims that the giant anaconda is worth capturing alive. It could be the largest ever recorded, possibly 40 feet long. He declares that if they work together, they can trap it and make a fortune selling it to zoos or private collectors. Cerrone ignores them and takes control of the ship, using his shotgun to intimidate the crew. Gary, seduced by greed and curiosity, sides with him, convinced the capture could make them all rich. That night, while Cerrone and Gary patrol the deck, the jungle comes alive with eerie sounds. A massive ripple moves through the water. The anaconda is near. The snake bursts from the river in a blur of motion, wrapping Gary in its coils. Terry, Danny, and Denise scream as Cerrone tries to shoot it, but it's too fast. The anaconda crushes Gary to death. The horrifying spectacle leaves the survivors in shock. Cerrone watches with cold fascination, muttering about the creature's power. Terry realizes he's obsessed, not just with capturing the snake, but with dominating it, as if proving himself the ultimate predator.
I presume to throw you in the river. You like that, presume?
I just want to talk to you. This was all one big setup, huh?
Wheel, 4 turns hard over, left and right.
Gotta make it quick. In and out.
Denise sneaks up on him with a knife, but Cerrone overpowers her and strangles her to death. Her body is dumped overboard, shocking the others into silence.
Back on the boat! Now! Come on!
Westridge tries to escape up a cliff, but is caught midair.
Danny, move your arm!
The surviving trio, Terry, Danny, and the weakened Kale, attempt to restart the engine and flee, but suddenly Cerrone reappears. He overpowers them again. He plans to finally capture the giant snake alive. A second anaconda, even larger than before, appears. Cerrone fires a tranquilizer dart at it, but the snake charges through the trap. The anaconda lunges at Cerrone, wrapping him up in its coils. He struggles, gasping as the snake crushes him. Terry and Danny seize the moment to escape, climbing the factory's ladders toward the upper levels. But the anaconda isn't finished. It chases them, smashing through machinery and pipes. Danny ignites a fuel line, setting off a fiery explosion that engulfs the snake. They leap into the river as the factory goes up in flames. For a moment, they think it's over. The anaconda, burning, crashes into the water. But in a classic horror twist, it rises again. At dawn, the jungle is calm again. As they drift towards civilization, they spot something astonishing. The hidden Shirishama tribe they originally came to find. This is Falcon Recaps. Thanks for watching.